Now I'm back at my home yard, and I have another queen castle down there. I just loaded with some queen cells and a couple of the nukes over there, which are smaller hives with only 5 frames, and I put some queen cells in them. And then some of the other ones, like 16 and 17 right there, those are 4 frames, so they sit really tight together, and you can put a regular standard size box on top with a queen excluder, so the 2 queens in each side, as they make brood, their worker bees will go up into the box above, and everybody works together to put honey up. And it works pretty well for small colonies to help each other. So I've got one of those. I'd like to build more, but there's a number of these 4 frame hives that I bought, or the four hives on a pallet. That's the way the commercial guys do them. So I bought a dozen of those for $200 a piece, on top of the one that made it through the winter for me. And now I have 29 before I started today. In this hive, what I wanted to show, so this has a queen excluder. The 2 frames in the deep in the bottom and the medium under the queen excluder is where the queen is laying her brood, and then above it they're supposed to be making honey, and they're working at it. But when you buy frames, they come unassembled, so you have to assemble. And then I put a little starter strip of wax to help them get started, and that's what they're doing right here. They're starting to draw this frame of wax out to make comb so that they can put honey in it, or if the queen was up here, that she could lay eggs in it. And so I just wanted to see how they're doing. This is one of the frames that they laid up when I first brought them home, and I put it in. And as you can see, it was early spring, and they made drone comb. Well, drones are the males, and they don't help a colony a lot, because all they do is eat and wait to mate. So they didn't need as much drone as they had, so some of them I took out and put in the freezer and gave them the comb back above the queen excluder, so they can cannibalize it and feed it back as protein to their larvae, and not waste the energy that they put in it, but yet not have to feed that many extra drones. And they have plenty of drones. It's not that they're going to be short of drones at all. So here's another frame that they've built quite a bit further. They hang from the bottom, work both sides together, and draw it out. It's pretty darn cool. I'll give them a little smoke here and put the lid back on them. Now, this next hive I'm going to go into real quick. As you can see, has a double screen board I made. It separates 2 colonies. So I had enough queen cells in there that they made that I split them like that, and they put a queen in both. So I made extra queens. So we'll go in here and see what we can see. These guys have their entrance in the back. And this is very young queen. She hasn't been laying for very long. And so, as you can see, I don't even have all the frames in this box, but she darn sure doesn't have all the frames covered, because she's just begun laying eggs. So they don't have any brood yet. Let me see if I can get this set up and watch me go in. A little smoke just gives them something to think about besides me for a minute. putting honey in that one. Nectar, they'll turn into honey. There's the queen right there, blue dot on her, wandering around on a honey frame looking for a place to lay an egg. You're not gonna find one over here. That's pretty cool to see her just pop out like that. Hope she's in the frame. This thing keeps turning off so I can't tell what it's shooting, and it won't run in my phone anymore for some reason or another. Anyhow, we'll put her back down in there. Go on in a little further and see what she's up to. So there's eggs and larvae in there that she's working on. The cap brood, I'm certain there's some I put in there. She hasn't been laying long enough to have been capping any, I don't believe. Well, she might be. You cap at 9 days, so there could be some of that's hers. This has got larvae in it, and what you look for in a good queen is that she's laying it solid. There aren't a lot of empty holes. There'll be a few here and there, and that maybe there's something wrong with the larva, and the workers will pull it out, and then she'll go back and relay in it if she's a good queen, and fill them all out. It's another one they're drawing. The next one's honey. So she's working at these guys. I need to get them in a different box with their own bottom and stuff, but I'm short of equipment. As you can see, this is very equipment intensive. All right, we'll get it off and go do something else.